God is love. Hey guys, this is Andy with Mindset Matters More. Let's talk about it. So, I'm reading a new book. It's called Biography of a Yogi, Paramahansa Yogananda by the Self-Realization Fellowship. Okay, so this book came to me because I've been seeing it all over the place. And I've known about this book for a very long time, so it's not like it's a new book to me. But lately, something has been telling me to read this book, and I've just been kind of putting it off. Lo and behold, I'm like, all right, you know what? I keep seeing it. Let me just put it on hold at the library or see if I can get it from the library. So I noticed that I can request it, that there's like 10 people ahead of me. Great, whatever. It'll come to me when it needs to come to me. When I hit the hold button, a little pop-up shows up and is like, hey, there's another edition of this book that you can get the book sooner. I'm like, okay, fine. Hit hold. Not even 24 hours later, they're like, oh, your book is ready. I'm like, oh, okay. So the universe, you trying to tell me something, right? So I go, I get the book, and already, like, I'm not even reading the book yet, but what is this? Not even the preface, it's the introduction to the book. And there is this beautiful, wonderful, amazing paragraph that I want to read to you guys. It says, God is love. His plan for creation can be rooted only in love. Does not that simple thought, rather than erudite reasoning, offer solace to the human hearts? Every saint who has penetrated to the core of reality has testified that a divine universal plan exists and that it is beautiful and full of joy. And I have been thinking about a lot of the content that I've been consuming lately has been about a scientific approach to reality, a scientific approach to explaining the supernatural. And I'm not talking about like extraterrestrials. I'm talking about, things like ESP or just even oral reading or psychic readings or tarot reading or anything that has to do with energetic bodies that are beyond comprehension, that's even beyond what you can explain. And, people are talking about, oh, physics explains it, or even epigenetics, or just like a whole bunch of like scientific words. And inevitably, whenever like I read stuff like that, my mind goes blah 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 blah, whatever. I know what I feel, I know what I see, and while it's confirming the things that I feel and see, it's just like I can't eat, like it's just boring, boring. And you know what? And that's not to like make their body of work, not to make the body of work that those people have done, like it to me, it just doesn't light my soul on fire. Like the stuff that they have done, amazing, wonderful, and has enlightened people through that mechanism. But for me, it's just not my jam. Okay, so whenever I see this, and when I like just the simple that sentence itself, does not that simple thought, rather than erudite reasoning, offer solace to the human heart? And that's what it is that like if you know that there's a greater being out there that is love, isn't that enough? Is that enough? Should that be enough? Could it be enough? I mean, so many questions come after reading that little paragraph. And I was just thinking, a lot of times whenever I'm trying to walk this earth and I feel like, hey, something is wrong, something is a matter, I don't like this, I don't want that, this is irritating me, this is angering me, this is making me sad. Oftentimes, if I can shift my perspective to one of love and compassion and joy about that, that thing goes away. That pain goes away. That reasoning, or, that line of thinking, that negativity, it just goes away. And this entire time that like I'm reading all this scientific stuff, it's like, yeah, okay, I see that they're trying to align the spiritual with the physical, with the scientific, with the mental, like they're trying to find a reason. But is it just not enough to know that it's love? Answer, the answer is love. Like, isn't that enough? And the answer I think for me is just, yeah. It's like I love hearing that they're doing the scientific stuff, but just even getting into the details, just like I don't need it. Even hearing like the philosophical way that people are proposing it, that's wonderful, but like I don't need it. It's just what I need is the reminder, the physical embodiment of it. And that comes with prayer, meditation, journaling, and those physical activities. Like for me, the expression of that love that I can be and can give and receive, it all comes through physical action. That's what I break it down to. And you can study it all you want, you can talk about it all you want, but you got to live it. You really have to live and embody that idea. And today, I, was donating blood, and the lady like refused to do the vein that I told her to do. Like it's the one closest to my heart. Like I have low blood pressure. Like I know that the vein that I'm telling her to do is the one that she should be doing because that one will not give issues. But she decided, nope, I'm going to do the one on the other side. And inevitably, it gave me issues. I mean, surprise, surprise. Like, I know my body. But I was sitting there, like, annoyed. But I sat there thinking, you know what? If this would have been 10 years ago, if this would have been 15 years ago, not so much 10 years ago, 15, no, even 10 years ago, I would have been like, no, like you're gonna do the fucking vein that I tell you to do because I know better than you. I mean, we've evolved over here, okay, people? I'm giving you the real here. And I would have been sitting there fuming, probably making the experience miserable for everybody in that area. But I sat there and I was annoyed and I was just like, okay, she's just doing her job. She's doing the best that she can. And, everything went by without him. We shared some laughs and I got over it. But then I did some journaling around it. And to me, it's like, okay, one, look at the spiritual growth, right? But two, also, okay, she didn't do what you told her to do. So what? Okay, it hurt a little bit more. So what? Like you weren't dying. Like what about that created that disturbance in me? And the next thought that I had was, oh, I was removed from love and compassion. I was removed from seeing things her way. It was only my way. It was only what I saw through my eyeballs, to the situation. It was what would benefit me. It had nothing to do with her. And that was like, okay, if I can come back to love and compassion, what would that situation have looked like? Maybe it would have been more of me explaining, hey, I've done this before. And even if the other one looks tempting to do, this one feels better for me. This one provides more blood easier because it's right next to my heart and blah, blah, blah. So I could have done that. And even if she didn't say, okay, you know what? It hurts a little bit. That's fine. Whatever. It's not killing me. Like, I could have done so many other things instead of sitting there being like, this fucking bitch didn't listen to me and now I'm hurting and now what she's like, I could have done any of that, but I didn't. So I'm still growing over here and, it all stems back to love. What do you guys think? Let me know. Okay, so the book, Autobiography of a Yogi, I'm going to put a link to it in the description. I'm putting a link to my book about journaling techniques on how to do that. It's very important that you guys journal, pray, meditate, or whatever it is that you do. And if you need help, my book is the way to go. I'm also putting a link to my YouTube. I hope you guys are following me over there. Okay, love you guys. Bye.